Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How's it going, guys? Cliff number 1 in the house. How's it going, my man? Neb's here as well. We're here. We're queer. And we're ready for Crypto to Moon at end of the year. Oh my god, Nebs. What the hell? Right out the gate with some really weird shit. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Yeah, you cannot let Nebs out of the freaking room. Anyway, yeah, only thing holding us back is 1,000 subs. 100% subscribe, guys. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you are here. Welcome. What is going on with these cameras? I just added another camera last night before I went to bed, and yep, that is blowing up. There we go. I can't. All right, how's it going, guys? We got yeah, Crypto JPEG is stopping in to say hello and hit that like, guys. Oh, that's why. I see. I edited this one, not the other one. Okay. Yes. Crypto JPEG. Yeah, no headphones out the factory. No, you forgot your headset again at work. Damn it, guys. I know exactly how that feels. I used to have the luxury to run back home and grab whatever I needed. I would just tell people I left my phone at home. I go grab my headset. All right, let's go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, A guy. How you doing? Gamma got us also here. Grand Rising, Otaku, and Chaos Family, 100%. Yes, hope everything is doing well. I need to make some coffee. I'm ready ahead of you. I got it. I'm ready for this morning. It's going to be a doozy, guys. It's going to be a doozy. A guy says, I really need some coffee. That long weekend kicked my ass. Yes, I felt it too. 30 hours on the road. Damn. Yeah, I also skipped over cycling. Good morning, Otaku. How was the barbecue and holiday weekend? It was great. Actually, got back in time to do another live stream at 10 p.m. So we were a little late on the live stream, but a lot of you guys also joined in and had your, your guys were winding down from the weekend. And so it was a good time either way last night. I felt like we had another breakthrough in our therapy last night too. That was intense, guys. Anyway, I'm all out of fiat. So can you throw my body into the fire and feed the flames? Sure. We'll feed the flames, but only because you're out of money. Yeah. So yes, we also got Gamagatas presenting coffee to everyone in the chat. Handing out coffee. Let's get it, guys. Let's see what's going on in our space. I have some clips I wanted to show you if we have some time. Bitcoin hanging out at 109.3. It actually just fell to 108.5. So we are kind of fighting the zone a little bit here between 100 and 108 and 110. We did touch 110.7 last night, so again, a victory for us in the foreign markets. I guess pumping our bags a little bit there. We're ready to go, and all things move, of course, into what? Gold, silver, and Bitcoin. A lot of fear this week. We already seen the silver and gold pump a little bit last night. Gold sitting up near all-time highs again, falling a little bit after the foreign market close. But of course, usually when that pulls back, it goes into Bitcoin. That's kind of what we saw last night. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out between gold and silver. Silver sitting at all-time highs near $40. This is crazy, $40.25. And yeah, we're ready. We're ready for liftoff as fear grips onto the market. It's going to be a doozy, guys. We got 5 minutes of the market opens. I want to go over some of these headlines. Not even headlines. I want to go over some of these. I was saving clips all morning on them talking about doom this morning. Talking about the dollar, talking about robots, they're talking about AI, they're talking about everything this morning. I love it. Absolutely love all of it.
Surprised from that we were approaching 5%
Charles
before
Schwab.
the start of the year, and now we're down to 4.30 as the rest of the world is freaking out. The difficulties for me lie elsewhere, in the UK, in France. And Kathy, I wonder if I could sort of frame this question differently, whether you believe the US can remain some kind of bastion of relative stability in the face of what's happening elsewhere.
Well, I think the U.S. still has that advantage, having the world's reserve currency, having the ability or some leeway for the Fed to cut rates. I think that there is some room here, but our call for the year was a steeper yield curve as these policies play out, and I think it's very difficult for the U.S. to see a lot of progress on the downside in long-term yields with everything going on in the rest of the world. So we have a bigger market, very liquid. We certainly have the capacity to handle our debt and deficits.
Yep.
We just don't seem to do it. And I think the market will continue to price in a higher term premium until we get some sort of coherent policy or or a signal that the economy is really, really slowing down. And we might get that Friday with the jobs report.
Certainly.
Yeah, so we have the job reports actually coming out on Friday, guys. I was a few days off. Last night I was like, I think it's Wednesday. No, it's coming out Friday. So we have the entire week to get through now until Friday's job report. Oh my God, it's going to be a doozy of a week. You also had these statements as well from Qatar's Economic Forum.
Opportunity you see in the world, regardless of industry or geography. Why? And again, how are you making it available to your client?
I think there's no question AI is going to impact everything we do. The opportunity to take great companies and use AI is going to transform. Also the issue of jobs, what do we do with jobs? Because there's no question, you look at things that are customer service oriented and the AI is so much more efficient. As we look at across all these different opportunities, what we really like is data centers in the US.
And yes, again, Strawberry Dragons, if you're here in the chat, your job is at risk. You're still talking about how, again, numero uno on the chopping block is going to be customer service. As I tell you guys all the time. It's been a while since I did that segment. I don't have time to do it right now. We got 2 minutes till the ARP opening bell. I got more to show you guys. Look at all this crazy stuff that's happening. More comments this morning.
But most investors that we'd speak to would be sanguine and say, like, look, compared to 2000 dot-com bubble, even the financial crisis of 2008, the 5 largest Mag 7 names have just much infinitely stronger balance sheets and much greater earnings growth than any technology company showed at that time. The data in the stories that we have on the terminal are very clear. In the period of earnings we just had at the S&P 500 level, you have 11% earnings growth from a year ago. For the biggest 5 Mag 7 names, you have 26% profit growth, and that's great. And there is nothing to dissuade many in the market that will change. Thing is, it goes back to old-fashioned investing and having a diversified portfolio, because at the index level, if you have 30% of weighting in just those 7 names, that goes against everything that Danny Berger learned about investing. Isn't that right?
Thank you. I'm going to brush out my textbook, Ed, to figure this one out. But the text...
There's nothing in there that'll help you. Oh, Jesus.
What are you, stupid?
All right, got one more. I probably have time for.
Hi, Andrew.
This one was a good one, too.
Headlines around the world. First up, gambling stocks under pressure following a report that Crypto.com and Underdog are reportedly teaming up to launch sports prediction markets across 16 states.
Crypto.com does not want to stay out of the news.
We're also watching the home builders this morning.
So yes, a lot of tidbits this morning, a lot of doom. I love it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Here we go, guys. We got about 1 minute till the opening bell. I hope you guys are ready. Hold on to your butts. I think my chat crashed or something. What is going on? Yeah, I can't see the chat anymore. Oh, dang it. I don't know what's going on. No. All right, guys. We have probably about 30 seconds. Maybe about 30 seconds. So they're going to cut on over there any moment now. Bitcoin holding on to 109,300. The marketing bell open. We bounced at 108.5, basically 108.5. As I said, that's again the key level of support here. Again, from back in the day when we were stuck at 108,000 for a minute. All right, we have about 20 seconds. Come on, they got to be jumping over there now. Usually about 23 seconds. They're all the way over there. Come on.
Bringing you up-to-the-minute economic news whenever and wherever.
Yeah. We're behind on this thing. What's going on? Come on. I can't wait. I need some news, man. Give me some news. Here we go.
Away from the start of fall trading, and it doesn't look great this morning. We're looking at futures that are off more than 1% on the S&P, more than 1.5% on the NASDAQ as the big heavy tech stocks, NVIDIA, et al. Fall. You hear the opening bell, and you'll see it on the New York Stock Exchange. You've got Bed Bath & Beyond ringing the bell. So
Bath
right
&
to
Beyond.
still be in business. And not
exactly.
The company is up 82%, or the stock is year to date. It's a meme stock.
God.
Obviously, they've lost almost all of their value over the past few years. 90%.
That's a zombie company. Let's just tell the world, yes.
Is ringing the bell down at the NASDAQ, which I always think is interesting when one exchange trades on another exchange, but it happens apparently a lot. Danny, what are you watching this morning?
Because just everyone wants to be in the U.S. That's the story, even other exchanges. But I am watching big cap tech, Matt, as you pointed out, a really painful start to the year for them. I should point out, if Nvidia holds this loss, it'll be the 4th consecutive day that it posts a loss, the longest losing streak since March. So the Mag 7 stocks leading the pre-market lower, builds on last week's tech sell-off. It also comes as concerns over stretched government budgets and inflation risk, Matt, as you've been pointing out, have been driving up bond yields globally.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody from governments to corporates is moving to shorter dated securities. We'll talk about that throughout the program. We're also watching home building stocks after Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the Trump administration may declare a national housing emergency this fall. You see all these home builders
crash the market. Let's go.
The worst is luxury home builder Toll Brothers down 1.6%. Now, amidst this sea of red, there were two really bullish calls out over the long weekend. Morgan Stanley's Mike Wilson expecting stocks to build on their 4-month winning streak as Julian Emanuel of Evercore calls for the S&P 500 to rise another 20% by the end of next year. I believe that target is 7750, though they say that there are a lot of different potential scenarios. Lori Calvasina, RBC Capital Markets, head of U.S. equity strategy.
All right. They're going to be talking about S&P mostly there on that, station. All right, guys. So let's get a quick update on the market, see what's going on. Right now, the market's open up in red, about a 1% overall in crypto, as you can see here. About 1% on average. World Liberty Financial falling 30%, of course. As I showed you guys last night, this was basically a pump and dump from the top at least the very beginning of the launch. Again, 80% of its tokens, our supply is not, 75% of its supply is not in circulation. There's 100 billion tokens. 20% of that was investors that got in early with pre-sales, and they just dumped it on the market. All right. So that's how that all began, that story. What else we have here? We have nothing really big moving. Bitcoin Cash out of nowhere moving 3.5% during this turmoil. We got Pump.Fun, 4.1%. Meme Core back in the top 100 again. What in the hell? BGB, the BitGet token. All these exchanges are starting to rally. Skynet. Previously MakerDAO, I believe, up there, still in our top 100. Form, like that. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm assuming it has something to do with is it a meme like four? Like CC's always he's always referring to four. I don't know what's going on with that. Soros is up 2.6%. That just had a huge pump this year, up 20,000%. MakerDAO. I don't know, is it previous MakerDAO? I don't know what the hell Sky is then. If the MakerDAO is still around in the top 100 and pumping, up to 67%. Up to number 67 in market cap, up 1% on the year. 1%. That's got to be it. They're probably just keeping it around like ETH Classic. I wonder if ETH Classic's still in the top 100. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, guys, so that's what's going on in the top 100 right now. Nothing too exciting yet. We're about ready to flip green a little bit here on the day already on the top 100, 200. 200 right now looking a little better. ZBEC pumping 5.3%. If you guys are following that with me and the Chaos crew, then you're still up here. You're still up pretty good from when we originally bought in back here. Still up about 300% on the year. The last time I looked at this chart, it was pumping about 10% last night. It was doing pretty good. And then we just kind of settled down at about 2004. Not a bad place to park. We were just at 2034, 2035. All right, let's see what else is going on in the space. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. It looks like it wants to go back to 109.5 and retest 110. It's a little early though still, but we are starting to make these higher lows, and this is a continuation of what we saw yesterday. So it is quite possible that we do start to see a little bit more bullish momentum to the upside. We did lose a little bit of ground yesterday, but we did reclaim it. It pretty much wicked that tiny bit downward underneath that level and continues to move forward after the big sell-off from last week. Okay, what else we got? We're just going to get into let's get into some metrics real quick, see what's going on with not the US debt clock. Here we go. Crypto Fear and Greed right now sitting at 49 neutral. Not too different from yesterday. I think last night we hit this. The beginning of our live stream yesterday was like 44. in the morning. So we're up 5 points from yesterday's market open live. We have the I'm trying to find the U.S. stock greed index sitting at 61, so down about 3 points from yesterday, sitting in 61 in greed. As we have a shit ton of narratives to get through this week. I'm telling you guys, we have a lot. There's a lot. There is a probably 30% chance, 35% chance, something like that, that all of Trump's tariffs are going to get unwound with some sort of legal battle happening right now in the States. And then outside of that, we have the jobs reports coming out on Friday. We have Lisa Cook returning to court today, again fighting over the Fed chair seat in that legal battle. What else? Oh my God, guys, there's so much crap. Oh yeah, Trump and Putin's deadline, I believe ends today. That's just what's happening this week. We also have next week with the Fed meeting. Is it next week? No, 2 weeks from now. I think it's the following week. That's still too early. So there's a lot going on this month. Let's see if we can hold on to everything we got. All right, so let's take a look at the dollar real quick. This is Dixie this morning, and then we're going to get into some headlines. Yes, 98.4. We're tracing back to 98.4. Damn, really? All the uncertainty in the markets, America not looking too great right now, especially with that meeting with Putin, Modi, and President Xi, of course, the country leaders of China, BRICS nations, the BRICS nation leaders of China, Russia, and India all together over the weekend. That's what dumped the dollar, and now, of course, coming back in the morning. Interesting to see that move. I'm not quite sure why that's reacting that way. Maybe there's still some certain, ground to run into treasuries for FUD in the market. You want to go to fear, you're going to go to gold, silver, Bitcoin, and bonds. Gold, silver, and bonds traditionally, right? I don't understand it. The dollar is definitely not a store of value. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what else we got in the headlines this morning. Let's check in on Fox News and CNBC. See if they're rattling on about anything good and juicy. It is 9:38 currently in the morning, about 10 minutes after the market bell open. And we got Kramer lighting up about
14
something.
times earnings. I'm not too worried about them. I really like that idea. I like American Express if it keeps getting hit. They had a dynamite quarter. And they have, by the way, big Gen Z.
Klarna.
Amazing. People really, the Gen Zers are really proud, and that's something that Steve Squeri has worked on over and over and over again. I buy that stock if it hits another 3-5 points.
Yeah. America's really proud of all their debt, so we're just going to keep spending and doom spending with Klarna, things like Klarna and Affirm. Oh my God, crazy. That's what he's rattling on about right now. American Express and other credit firms. Fox Business right now covering. Let's see what they're covering.
Only do is a really
Starbucks
good drink, and I give it an 8.
Pumpkin spice still. Pumpkin spice is.
A vodka.
God, what's in the pumpkin spice? I don't know. It's unicorn farts. I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Stupid.
Anyway, they brought the pumpkin spice latte back like 2 months earlier than they normally did for the fall into the winter months. They're running out of ideas to keep their stock up. All right, we just got to turn Starbucks into a meme stock. I just don't know if it'll become a meme stock because it's still kind of like a very expensive product, and the company's very snooty and, wants to maintain as much profits as all on the back of the consumer. I mean, it's just $7 cups of coffee, my guys. It's insane. What the freak? I do like a cup of, I call it a sex in a cup. I do like a frappe every once in a while from Starbucks. Anyway, let's get back here to see what they're covering right now. Bloomberg.
Pepsi on that Elliott news, and otherwise you're going to see some of the more safe stocks moving us
4%
to the upside.
almost. Holy
and that's
crap.
what you see in the sectors too. Everything is in the red this morning, except for consumer staples, which is
Ooh,
green,
that's scary, guys. That's a sign of recession.
And then it goes energy, and then real estate. Some of the bond proxies. Again, this is kind of your.
It's like the Wall Street spending on a recession.
Matt, at the bottom, it is infotech. It is what we've been discussing, down 1.7%. If it is the infinite maturity asset, what happens when long-term bond yields are moving higher across the globe, and you get near 5% here in the U.S., maybe this is what we get more of. And again, that is tech leading us on the way down.
Yeah. Boom! Ramona coming in with a $5 super chat saying we need more likes, people. We gotta get those likes up. Come on. Show me some love with some chaos, guys, in the chat. Let's go get some likes up there. Yes. Thanks, Ramona, for shouting out to the chat. We love you. That's right. Everyone be on your best behavior. Crypto Mom is on site. Jeez. They're talking about gold right now rallying.
Up.
And you know, the other thing I think this underscores is, where in the world are your havens? Can you buy bonds right now with inflation, volatility? Gold maybe.
People are this morning. I don't understand it.
Maybe the only option for you.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating issue. And when you said haven, it really brought that back to roost for me. Coming up, we're going to talk about Constellation share.
All right. Okay, so we're done with the talking heads right now. Let's take a look at some of the headlines that we got going on this morning. See what else kind of chaos we can follow. Speaking of chaos, Cracker Barrel speaks out after relentless Steak and Shake social media taunting. Of course, back and forth on that there. Steak and Shake also, what was it? Supposedly they brought back real cane sugar in their soda machines. I don't know how that works, but that's awesome. They got that going over there. I don't think it's a great healthy place to eat, but certainly more healthier than the rest of the fast food restaurants, I guess. Powerball jackpot soars to 1.3 billion after fifth largest in games in history, and in the game's history. OpenAI unveils new parental controls to make ChatGPT safer for teens. That is, I guess, much needed because you can literally ask it about anything. Nestle installs new chief executive after a workplace scandal forces leadership exit. Iconic fish-shaped bottles outlawed under Region's Plastic Waste Act. Okay. Treasury Secretary, Secretary calls for Putin for despicable attacks, warns about what's coming. We can take a look at that. I love that doom right there. We get an update on what's going on with Trump and Putin. President Trump issues warning about major legal setback to his trade policy, also big right now and trending. World leader issues warning to Trump on independence of Federal Reserve. We can take a look and see who's telling him about what's going on with the Fed. Lisa Cook still up. Trump pushes to remove the Fed Cook while Powell seeks quick ruling. So they're still fighting that. I think they go back to session this afternoon, I believe. What else we have here? SpaceX launches batch of Starlink satellites. Shell's diversity push speaks law. What the hell? Oh my God! All right. Let's take a look at these here, and we'll move on to CNBC. Bessent warns all options are on the table for Russia sanctions. Damn. Let's see this clip here. Let's see what they have if they play. I did want to give you guys an update on my internet. So they did actually do a solid update on my internet. So hopefully those drops are a thing of the past. I remember we were struggling with the upgrades they were doing last week from, I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so, I am off of the hook when it comes to those updates. And my internet is screaming fast. I'm actually really surprised on Comcast, Comcrap, whatever you want to call it. Oh, jeez. All right, let's try to get this video to load. All right, come on, Scott Bessent. It's probably not going to load. All right, whatever. Let's just read what he's got to say then. Just a couple talking points here. Treasury Scott Bessent told Fox News that in an executive interview that all options are on the table for Trump as Trump administration weighs sanctions on Russia, and President Vladimir Putin continue to bombard Ukraine despite recent talks about peace. Bessent spoke in the senior national correspondent Rich Edison at Martin's Tavern in Washington, D.C., responding to the question about the potential sanctions on Russia. I think everything's on the table, Bessent said. President Putin, since the historic meeting in Anchorage, Alaska, since that phone call when the European leaders and President Zelensky were at the White House following the Monday meeting, has done opposite of following through on what he indicated he wanted to do. As a matter of fact, he has, in a despicable, disrespectable manner, increased the bombing campaign. President added, so I think President Trump, all options are on the table, and I think we're examining very closely that this week. So here we go, guys. We're going to see some consequences probably come for Putin and the country of Russia this week. And it's not to say we didn't try, right? We did. We did a massive, show of power for, welcoming Putin on the red carpet, and we flew those bombers over and everything else. So he rode in the beast. They had a 3-hour conversation, and then said they're both working for peace. Yes, we all covered it here live on that day. Crazy. Trump warns U.S. will become a third world nation if federal courts strike down his tariffs. We talked about that last night. It's exactly what he said on Truth Social. I don't think there's anything really new here, to be honest. There's some market reaction to this, but I cannot get Fox Business to load, apparently. I don't know what the hell, their website's down or something. President Donald Trump claimed on Sunday that his tariffs are driving more than $15 trillion in the U.S. investments. That if the courts showed that strike them down, the U.S. would likely become a third world nation. Let's freaking go. When the President of the United States brings on that much possible doom, I love it, guys. All right. World leader issues warning on Trump and on Fed independence. Okay, so yes, key leader in the world economy is warning that undue interference to the Fed Reserve operations by President Donald Trump could pose a serious economic risk to the U.S. and the rest of the world. The European Central Bank, of course, Christine Lagarde said this. Oh, God. Yes, the parrot herself. Said in an interview with Radio Classique on Monday that the efforts to remove Fed Chair Jerome Powell or the Governor Lisa Cook could represent a very serious danger for the U.S. economy and world economy. Yeah. You just don't want to see the central banks start to go down. All right, Christine Lagarde. Ugh, get that out of there. I'm going to scare too many of my followers. All right, guys, let's see what else we have here. Last one on the chopping block for Fox Business today. Trump asked court to allow removal of Fed Lisa Cooks immediately. Judge quickly sets a quick schedule. Lisa Cook filed a lawsuit on Thursday, arguing the president hadn't met a removal standard over mortgage fraud allegations. I was actually watching a lot of this on Friday. The hearings and everything that happened, and of course the response from that while I was on my trip. I have a TV in my car for for my trips. Anyway, President Donald Trump on Friday requested the federal judge to deny a request by Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook to prevent the president from firing her as the court proceeds into lawsuits to block her removal to play out. They did not have a ruling on Friday, though. That was the big takeaway. Trump on Monday moved to fire Cook over mortgage fraud allegations raised by President Saleh. This is old news here. Let's get to the juicy stuff. Anything new today? Any time frames when they're going to be meeting again? Federal Reserve Chair Powell was also named as defendants in Cook's lawsuit, though that is only to ensure Cook can obtain legal relief and remain in her role as Fed governor if she prevails in her legal case against the removal effort. There also is a, I've been hearing, I don't know the exact details on it, but I believe Lisa reached out to not only sue Trump in this matter, but also sue Jerome Powell. So I'm not sure exactly why that is, but that's what's been reported. Fed Chair Powell, they're pictured there with Lisa Cook. Cook's lawsuit encounters the Trump's administration's claims that she could be removed on the following referral. This is, of course, for mortgage fraud and tax fraud. The case here is likely to reach the Supreme Court, where a conservative majority is likely tentative to allow Trump to fire officials from other agencies, despite laws shielding them from removal. This will be the first Fed official to be fired by any sitting president. It would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Trump has repeatedly criticized the Fed Chair Powell, who has appointed the role in 2017 for not cutting interest rates and allegedly mishandling. Yeah. So there's no news really here that is new. It's just following that narrative. Okay, let's get back over to CNBC. Let's do the lineup real quick. Make sure there's nothing breaking happening right now. They're on break. Let's go to Bloomberg. They're also on break. Let's take a look at Fox Business. And then we'll go into some headlines in CNBC. Looks like they might be coming back from break now. They're on break too. Okay, everyone's on break. Let's take a look at the rest of the headlines on CNBC. We still got about 10 minutes until we look at the... Yeah, we're giving 10 more minutes for the crypto news to load. Treasury yield jump on prospect of U.S. having to refund tariff money. 30-year yield tops 4.9%. That's why the dollar is... the Dixie's up today. Again, everyone's flying into gold, silver, maybe Bitcoin a little later. And Treasury bonds. Yes, the Treasury yields jump on prospect of the U.S. having to refund tariff money in fear. So I guess we can look a little bit into that. I don't want to spend too much time in that. Trump can't use National Guard in California to reinforce laws and make arrests and judge rules. So they're fighting him on that. Dow falls 500 points to kick off September on tariff worries. Rising bond yields. This is basically the same thing as the other headline. Kraft Heinz is split into 2 companies. I mean, whatever. Media mogul John Malone on his memorial memoir, State of the Media Landscape. Pepsi shares up 4%. Okay, what else is in our space? We were talking about Crypto.com this morning. I'm surprised none of those are hitting the headlines right now. Microsoft offers U.S. government over $6 billion in savings on cloud services over the next 3 years, as well as ChatGPT. I believe $1 a month for each respectable U.S. government agency. All right, so that's what's going on with that there. So we got one headline. Really? One headline at CNBC that's even remotely juicy? Come on. And I really don't want to spend too much time on it. Treasury yields jump on prospect of U.S. having to refund tariff money. Of course, on the attacks on whether his tariffs are lawful or not. I still think a 33% chance that this is actually going to do anything. I don't think it can really... fight this. Treasury yields jump on Thursday to begin September trading as court decision knocking down most of Trump's administration's tariffs, raise the prospect of the government having to repay the money already brought in, stretching an already stressed U.S. fiscal situation. The bench mark 10-year Treasury yield rose 5 basis points, 4.75%. 30 yield climbed 4 basis points to almost 5%, and the 2-year rose 3 basis points higher at 3.65%. 1 basis point is equal to 0.01%. The yields prices moved in the opposite directions at their highs. The session, the 30-year topped almost 5%, and the highest since late July. The 10-year hit the high of 4. Oh my God! Whatever. Okay, so there they are listed here below. And rates overseas were also jumping, with 30-year yields in Germany hitting their highest since 2011. Holy crap. French long bonds hit their highest since 2009. These dates, guys, are getting spooky. I'm telling you. Oh, man. 2008, 2009, 2010, 11. Nuts. Previous, of course, financial crisis. All right, let's see. Getting closer to those targets. While Trump's tariffs initially raised worries with inflation driving yields higher, the market view changed over the summer, with bond investors heartening by the revenue raised by the duties. Tariffs are set to bring in $172 billion in 2025, according to the Tax Foundation, which would be a nice boost to the country and a ballooning budget deficit. All right. 172 billion. That's kind of low. I thought the first round of tariffs back in August alone was like 200 billion. I don't know. I think that's a little low for where we're going to get these. I mean, we still haven't settled with the big 3, right? Russia, China, India. Okay, so that's what's going on with the Treasury rolls. And we could collapse the economy if we double back on that. Okay, let's get back into another round of checking on live news and then hit some crypto news. We got about 5 minutes until 10 a.m. We got, Matt Miller here talking with somebody. Klarna! Klarna. Doom spending! I love it.
Delayed. So obviously Affirm has had a pretty big run-up more recently, and that's going to be the direct comp, certainly. That's going to be the company
buy now, pay later with Klarna.
To try and work out what's the appropriate valuation for Klarna, and basically Affirm had a big bump there last week, and that was perfect timing for this IPO. So, buy now, pay later is obviously a big part of Klarna's business, and this is a theme in financial services which has been, not everyone's 100% a fan of, but it's been fairly durable, and the firm's been reasonably successful. Had some ups and downs along the way, but it's been sort of fairly successful over time.
Anthony, also, whenever I see a company like Klarna, it makes me think, okay, the IPO market is coming back, but maybe just for the US, you get one of these big UK tech companies that decides to list here instead of abroad. To what degree does this just cement the dominance of the US market as the place that these international companies want to list?
Why no mention of doom spending?
Companies with the tech flavor.
Oh my God. All right. So yeah, they're talking about doom spending over at Klarna, and they're doing very well. A firm also doing very well. This is a buy now, pay later world we live in. And yep, 100% right. Jake the Snake is in the house, guys. Welcome, Jake the Snake, to the chat. That's right, shill harder. I need to shill harder, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way out. We don't have enough likes, according to Ramona. Thanks again, Tuso, for supporting the channel. Ramona with a $5 super chat. And yes, buy your taco now. Pay for it never. My God. Yes. Joyce, how's it going this morning as well? I got to catch up in the chat, guys. Oh my God, I'm behind the chat. How you doing, Joy? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles and see if we're still down in the top 100. Ooh, look at that. We're up 1% now. Yay. Yes, we're starting to rally a little bit here. Nothing too crazy just yet. Yes, let's get back in the chat real quick. While I got the crypto bubbles up. Everything looking red except World Liberty Financial. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right. Yes, Cliff. Good morning, Cliff. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Yes, you were talking about your job this morning. Yes, they were over on Bloomberg this morning. We covered it. Yes, anyone else seeing something about Michigan and jobs? Okay, Michigan State Governor was something about 4,000 jobs that were created to shift money into the pockets of people, not real workers or jobs. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Cliff, but that's interesting. Interesting indeed. Yes, good morning again to Strawberry Dragons, says Gamma Goddess, and of course handing her some coffee. Hope you guys have got enough coffee to get through the day. It's going to be a doozy. We have to get to, again, a reminder for anyone just joining, we have to get to Friday for the jobs reports. It's going to be a really rocky start to this week, as we don't know what to expect on Friday. Richmond, good morning. Richie Rich, good morning. And these tariffs are killing things. I guess I'll DCA some more. Yes, I'm going to be hopefully getting a paycheck today. Rolling it all into, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look, shall we? We're sitting right here. While we're here, let's take a look. I'll jump back in the chat and catch up with you guys here in a minute. But let's take a look and see what's down the most today, on the week, on the month. Everything looking still green. My God, guys. It's hard to find any diamonds in the rough anymore. And the top 100 is pretty much all gone. Even looking at the month, I don't see anything down near 20% that's even worth investing into in the top 100. Virtual's Protocol moved out of the top 100 now, so it's not even in there. Again, I've been just DCAing mostly into Sui and Sei. Those two have been my top two on the top 100 right now. If I go to the week, we got some things down a decent amount, but still nowhere near double digits with anything near 20%. It's got really utility. Algorand's got a bit of a pullback. It's got a big run up this year, about 100%. It still has a long way to go. This coin's still only worth 23 cents. For it to get to $1, still a 4x from here. What else do we have? Yeah, I don't know, guys. There's really nothing in the top 100. I kind of want to skip over the top 100 and say, don't DCA here. Again, not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. I am not going to DCA here. Oh God, yes, that's right, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah, even Sei is not even worth investing into right now in terms of a pullback to get an opportunity there. H-bar is still down 8%. This is still one of the White House's picks, right? So that's still not a bad place, but I don't know, man. If you had to put a gun to my head and pick something, I'd say maybe H-bar, maybe XLM, H-bar. But Sui and Sei are holding on to gains still. Enough gains, it's not really worth it anymore. They've already popped off another 5-6% last night, and they're holding most of it. All right, let's look at the top 200 assets right now, see if there's any good ones here. We still have ZBAC still down over 20% on the month. Still one of my favorite top picks. We got XCN as well, 25%. It's still my number two, I guess my top two picks in the top 200. Kita, if you believe that project, still sitting around that 20% mark as well. Again, we're looking for deals. We're looking for red. And that's all I see in the top 200. Venom also down a little bit there, 13%. But not as much as an opportunity as I think ZVEC and XCN are going to prove themselves in the next month or so. All right, guys. So those are my top 2 picks. Still, is XCN and ZVEC for DC opportunity into September. All right, let's get back in the chat, see what you guys are feeling. You guys feel the same way I am about the top 100, 200 right now? Maybe we could start looking at 300 because this is getting ridiculous. We've got a lot more memes of the 300. Let's see what we have here. On the week, anything decent on the week down? Not really. I'm not touching this stuff with a 10-foot pole. But I know some of you guys like Toshi. Maybe still DC a little bit. The Toshi metal's still climbing up. Metals, look at this. Metal's up 677% on the year. I might still have a bag of metal somewhere from like 2022 or 23. I don't know. I think that might have been in my MEXC account that's gone. I had like $200 in it or something like that. Yeah, I think that's where that went. Yeah, that sucks. It would have been up 600%. Yeah, if you guys are new, I lost a bag of stuff over at MEXC. I was playing around with that exchange. I didn't require a VPN back in the day to use it, and then in the bear market, they lost their support. When everything went KYC, they stopped using it in the United States. And then using a VPN, I basically, again, this is a story, right? This is a very good lesson learned, right? I was using a VPN on my phone that was a different location than the one on my desktop. I went back and forth between the app and the browser of my account, and they flagged me, and they got rid of my account instantly, pretty damn quick. Within like a week or two, I think. I didn't even know, and it was gone. So I lost about 200% in that wallet, that exchange. But I still love the exchange. It's not the exchange's fault. It's our country for requiring KYC for every freaking exchange here in the States. Anyway, that's my I'm pretty sure my metal bag. I had at least $100 in there over there. I don't know. I lost $200 on MEXC. All right. So again, guys, not your keys, not your cheese. That's why we do cold storage, self custody. Right? Get yourself a Ledger, a Tangem. I don't care. Whatever it is, a decent wallet, whatever it is. Just make sure you have your keys, your coins in self custody. All right, guys. Let's get back into what was I talking about? I was going to check something before I went and lit up my... Oh, my God, I forget. All right, guys, I'm going to get back in the chat and finish this up. Okay, Shill Harder, yes, Jake the Snake, thanks again for reminding me. Guys, if you haven't hit the like, please hit the like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subs so we can unlock all the superpowers on the channel. We're so close. So freaking close. Happy Joyce. Yes, Jake the Snake, if you guys understand that reference, if you're old enough. Joyce, yes. Yes, happy Snake Day. Happy, Jake the Snake. Oh, my God. Hello. All right. Buy your taco, pay for it never. Yes. And now you can actually buy your house and pay for it never, too, with Bitcoin, Bitcoin-backed loan. Just have it pay for itself with Bitcoin. All right. Let's see what else we can look up and see what the talking heads are rattling on about now. They're on break over at Bloomberg. CNBC. We're going to go over to crypto news. That's what it was. I got to remember to do that. ASM Manufacturing.
Seven would be the smallest prices paid number since Feb of this year. That's
okay. Talking about the NASDAQ. What are we talking about on Fox Business? Crime festers in Republican states while their troops patrol Washington. Of course, with martial law in D.C. Okay. Trump voters have stripped nearly 500,000 federal workers of union rights. Okay. Let's go over to crypto news, see what we can dig up today. Take a look at market cap for everything. Because, guys, we got flipped by silver last night. That's right. Bitcoin got flipped by silver. It wants to load. Come on. Okay. Having a hard time getting over to... Okay, total market cap. Where's the hell is my total market cap? Is it broken? I can't reach it. I don't know. It must be down. Total market cap must be down. It's going nowhere. All right. Well, we'll take a look and see if that loads later. Okay. So altcoin season goes wild. Meme core rebounds 70% while Pump.Fun prints volume. Monero steadies. Monero, of course, being attacked by, was it Qubit? I forget. Anyway, tokenized transformational change or ticking time bomb. European regular weighs in. That's, of course, Christine Lagarde talking about what's going on with the Fed over in the States. We already covered that. Trump's crypto project, World Liberty Financial, under attack as Ethereum upgrade backfires. What went wrong? Let's take a look at this. This just dropped 5 hours ago. Trump's crypto project under attack as Ethereum upgrade backfires. With hackers exploiting EIP 7702 vulnerability to steal World Liberty Financial tokens. What in the hell, man? My God, if this coin wasn't already a dumpster fire. Hackers are systematically exploiting Ethereum's EIP 7702 upgrade with steal World Liberty Financial tokens from Donald Trump's crypto project, according to Slow Myth security researchers. Sounds like an inside job to me. The attacks leverage a vulnerability in the May Pectra upgrade will allow externally owned accounts to delegate controls to smart contracts, enabling attackers to plant malicious code that instantly drains all incoming ETH tokens. ETH and tokens, damn. Yes, World Liberty Financial becomes latest victim of Ethereum exploit. According to Slow Myths, multiple World Liberty Financial token holders have lost their assets and after hackers combined private key theft with malicious delegate contract deployment. Oh, guys. Oh, boy. You remember... You know what coin hasn't been hacked or exploited yet? At least in a very long time. Probably like 15, 17 years, something like that. 13 years. 12, 13 years. Yeah. It's only been around for 15, 16 years. The exploit technique has matured rapidly since Ethereum's Pectra upgrade launched May 7th with over 97% of EIP 7702 delegations linked to identical wallet draining contracts designed to automatically sweep funds. Security and Slow Myths warned that the victims' private keys are compromised, faced complete assets lost through pre-planted malicious delegates. When users transfer ETH for gas or receive tokens from Liberty Financial, the malicious contracts immediately redirect all funds on attacker-controlled addresses, leaving wallets permanently compromised. World Liberty Financial also announced last night that, or yesterday, announced that they were potentially looking at a burning mechanism as well after that token launch. Okay, the vulnerability stems from EIP 7702's design, which allows the EOAs to borrow execution logic for designated smart contracts temporarily. The EOA puts to place the call, caller contract, sender EOA address, submissive value, EOA value, delegate call, target contract, and that, I guess that's where the point of contingency is made. Attackers exploit the vulnerability by installing delegate contracts that use delegate call function to execute malicious code within the victim's wallet contacts, thereby gaining complete control over the storage and funds. Ethereum's account abstraction dream becomes a security nightmare. I want to see what Ethereum Foundation has to apply on this. Well, it looks like they might get into that later. EIP 7702 was designed to enhance Ethereum's user experience by enabling wallets to execute smart contracts without permanently becoming contract-based addresses. The upgrade aimed to reduce gas fees through the bundle transactions. Oh, that's Blobs, right? That's the Blobs settlement using contract cryptocurrencies other than Ethereum, supporting Vitalik Buterin's visions of seamless Web3 adoption. Of course, he definitely sees this as a decentralized network. However, the implementation created critical security risk combined with the private keys compromise. Hackers pre-installed malicious code delegate addresses that gain complete wallet control through the delegate call operations, effectively turning victim wallets into attacker-controlled smart contracts while maintaining the original address. Oof. I can't wait to see what their response is going to be to this. So a scam sniffer, Web3 anti-scam over on X put out this alert that August upgraded to EIP 7702 lost $146,000 through malicious batch transactions in a phishing attack. Yikes. Phishing group netted over $9 million across chains in 2025 by convincing users to authorize attacker-controlled delegate contracts. Oh boy. Multiple attack vectors emerge from flawed upgrade implementation. Beyond World Liberty Financial token theft, exploitation has been enabled diverse attack methods targeting different vulnerability points. Phishing campaigns impersonated trust fund DeFi platforms to trick users into signing dangerous backs transactions. Okay, yada yada yada. All right. Do we have any response from the Ethereum Foundation? Crypto market maker Wintermute has developed a tool that injects on-chain warnings into malicious wallets draining contracts. It's sending me over to X. Security experts recommend avoiding suspicious delegation requests, verifying all transaction permissions, and canceling compromised delegate contracts when possible. However, the fundamental design of the EO allows EOAs to delegate executions, creating an attack surface for criminals to continue to exploit as the technique matures. Alright. While the upgrade aimed to improve user experience and reduce costs, the security trade-offs have overshadowed these benefits. The users face wallet-draining threats. The security vulnerabilities have created new attack vectors that criminals that rapidly weaponize. And that's pretty much all we got out of that there. I want to see if we can find maybe a response from Vitalik or the Ethereum Foundation. Exploit. Attack. About Ethereum Foundation. Response. Don't think we're going to find anything though, as usual. Hackers are using the IP. This just happened like last night, I guess, or yesterday afternoon. Yeah, because this token just launched, like, what was it, yesterday afternoon. Area of extraction, so it's still a little early, I think. We can take a look over X and see if Ethereum Foundation has replied or Vitalik or something. ETH, I don't think I'm even following the ETH Foundation. Treasury policy. This is official. I'm assuming. Policy CTO. I can follow that, I guess. Just started. That was June 8th. I guess they launched this year. A couple of smart wallets aping this launch. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this one. All right, we can go to Vitalik and see if he's posting. I doubt he's going to post anything. Vitalik ETH. I don't even know if that's him. Is that him? Yeah, it must be him. I'm following him. In my opinion, people who called network states colonialists. Yeah, he didn't post anything relative to this. See that? We're talking about. Yeah, I think that's back last week in his conference about pushing more decentralization into, or for the Ethereum Foundation and their token. All right. There's nothing there, and yeah, there we go. Finally, we got it. Bitcoin, of course, being outperformed right now by silver. We talked about this last night. Just wanted to reiterate where we are with the progress on this. There's a rally still going on with silver. Silver right now outperforming Bitcoin, putting us back down to number 8 in market cap. We haven't been under silver since. We flipped it, I think, back in April again. We flipped it at the beginning of the year back in January. So we've been back and forth now. This is the third time I think we've been flipped by silver this year. Yeah, sitting at 2.2 trillion. Silver right now sitting at 2.3. So only about $100 million away from flipping silver again. Soon? Maybe soon. All right, let's catch back in the chat real quick. Let me know if you guys are looking at anything else in the space. There's a lot of news coming out. We're gonna dig into some more here in a minute. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the chat. Oh Jesus, more hacks apparently, and more of our data just gone. And guys, I had a credit card. I had a credit card. Fraudulent with fraudulent activity within the last 3 weeks or so. It was a bitch, and I'm still trying to work through all because I had everything running on my credit card. Okay, let's see what else we got in the chat here. Happy joy. Yes, happy joy Joyce. Yes. They hacked Trump's mainframe, says Jake. No, they didn't. What are you, stupid? God. Just wondering what your opinion on Quant. Man, Quant, Rodney, yes, Quant. I had that coin in my bag over the entire bear market. It didn't really do much yet, but I still hold hope so that Quant one day will hit that $1,000 target, right? Still pretty early on Quant, in my opinion. I do like Quant. I think it is a great it's ISO 2022, whatever, standardized coin. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at 11 billion in PayPal payments blocked. Is that million? These numbers, $1 billion blocked by banks in Germany over fraud concerns. Jesus, PayPal getting run through the ringer there. Rich Dad Poor Dad author warns bonds are not as safe amid a global insanity. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why are we running into bonds this morning? What the F? It's total chaos. Oh my God. Oh, yes. Let's go. Robert Kiyosaki. Let's go see what he's talking about now. He's been calling for the everything crash all year, guys, if you guys are just joining. Since last year, he's been calling for an everything crash. We saw a little bit of that this year, at the beginning of the year, though. So he's already kind of had it, but he's still calling for a bigger one. The author of personal finance bestseller, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, believes bonds are not safe, contrary to the mainstream opinion. Yeah, I agree. It's all gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Robert tells his 2.8 million followers on X that the market value of bonds offered by the U.S. and parts of Europe has fallen significantly over the past 5 years. Also, won't accrue to the value in which over 5, 10 years, or even 30, and it's actually going to outperform inflation, because we're looking at true inflation somewhere between real inflation is somewhere between 12 and 15% each year over year, yeah. Since 2020, the American Treasury bonds have declined 13%, and financial planners are still promoting promoters of the 60-40 balance of bonds and stocks are safe. Yeah, that 60-40 portfolio is nonsense. What are they smoking? Says Robert Kiyosaki. Let's go. Don't they have a moral conscience? European bonds are down 24%. British bonds are down 32%. This means that the global economy has lost faith in the British economy to service their debt. The best-selling personal finance author says that the two of the largest foreign holders of the U.S. Treasuries are losing faith in the asset of hedging their bets in the time where the globe's biggest economy has become the biggest debtor nation in world history. Japan and China are dumping U.S. bonds and buying gold and silver. Yes, they are. We've been talking about this for months, about how China just sold off what was $8 billion, and we had to print that at the Fed to make up for that, coming back here in the States. And all we do is keep printing money, and of course, what do we do with that? Well, don't take my word for it. Take Jerome Powell's word for it.
The federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
And we will borrow and borrow from future generations forever. I gotta get that freaking clip. Oh, we're gonna do okay. Europe is toast, says Robert Kiyosaki. I love it. Yes. French people are on the verge of a Bastille Day revolt. They're bringing out their guillotines. The French people just rioted. What was it? I think it was 2 years ago. They rioted because they were pushing their retirement age to 70. I think it was. Oh no, I think it was 65. They weren't there yet. We're trying to push ours to 70. I don't think the Trump administration will allow that to happen, though. The heads will roll in France and may be forced to admit bankruptcy. Germany is busted due to their silly Green New Deal energy policies. It's now too expensive to produce German products, such as cars, because their energy is too expensive. Civil war in Germany is brewing. The light and the potential economic and political problems facing different parts of the world. Kiyosaki says this is insanity. This is why I recommend you save yourself and go to save in gold, silver, and of course, Bitcoin. That's right, my man. Robert Kiyosaki still telling it like it is. Man, I love you. Time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at 109,392. That was as of this morning, I believe. September 2nd, guys. We made it to September. It's crazy. We're already in September. Whoa. All right. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the chat. C-Story is jobs? Let's see what he's sharing here on... I don't normally do this, but... here we go. I'm going to see what Cliff's got for us. Eric Daughtry, a scandal is erupting in Michigan. That's what you're talking about in Michigan, right? Republican lawmakers found 4,277 phantom jobs were created and funded by Democratic leaders. You guys realize that the scandal this is $5 billion is fraud, abuse fraud. People should be prosecuted in taking money from its appropriated to hire employees using money for another purposes entirely. There are programs in there that don't even exist, and they're funding them.
Well, this is. People should be prosecuted for taking money that was appropriated to hire employees and using that money for another purpose entirely.
I wonder if that purpose was what we covered, was it 3 or 4 months ago? Where I think it was Grand Rapids or Kalamazoo, Michigan, had like these zones they were testing for UBI, again, Universal Basic Income, where they were gonna print money and just give them money, and I think most of it was for people that had living high in poverty. On benefits already linked to childcare and SNAP. So I don't know if that's where some of that money went, or their jobs reporting. Maybe they just sent everyone home with UBI and then said that, oh yeah, they're paying them to stay at home, and that was a job And that's how they were writing that off. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Again, in Michigan.
Gender reassignment surgeries for prisoners. There are programs in there that don't even exist, and they're funding them. Like the Starbase, I mean, that was eliminated a few years ago, and they still fund it. We get rid of the arts and culture grants. They're real waste. I mean, you look at what they are. Glass blowing, barbershop quartets, all kinds of things, really. It's incredible the things they got away with calling it arts and culture grants. See, that's why Winnie Brinks doesn't want to get in the room with me, because I know the budget in and out. I don't know it as well as Ann. So they know if Ann and I get in the room with Sarah Anthony and Winnie Brinks, we're going to get a great deal because we know the budget better than them.
Interesting. Let me know if you guys are in Michigan or live close enough to Michigan. I'm 2 states away from Michigan, right? I'm about a state and a half. I share I'm far away from Indiana, but Illinois shares this, the state line with Indiana, and then we have Michigan just above us. All right, guys, let's see what else we can dig up in crypto news. Let's do another round of talking heads. We're getting closer to 10:30. Bloomberg's on break. CNBC, they're back. Appeals courts struck down many of President Trump's tariffs, ruling they are illegal.
Say, look, we were under coercion by these tariffs. Now that leverage has gone away, we're just going to walk away from this deal. So the president's going to be under a lot of pressure right now to get some of those deals across the finish line in terms of legally binding language so that those countries can't walk away. And then the question is, how does the president jawbone the Supreme Court here? The Supreme Court, likes to maintain its independence, doesn't want to be on the receiving end of an aggressive lobbying campaign from the White House. But you can imagine that the president wants them to rule in his favor, and is going to be very vocal about that.
All right, to be continued. Thank you, Eamon.
That's right.
Eamon Jabbers. As mentioned, oil prices are climbing as Ukraine war escalations raise questions over the resilience of Russian supplies. This as a group of OPEC Plus members are due to meet and assess market conditions this coming weekend. Tortoise Capital portfolio manager Rob Thummel joins us now.
All right. We're talking about the Russia flows into China. Okay, yada, yada, yada. And India. Okay, what else we have here? Let's take a look at Fox Business one more time. We'll go back into crypto news. House Republican price hike? What? Dems fault GOP for cost of beer in Labor Day ad? What the freaking hell? I don't know. I don't fall for this Democrat versus Republican bullshit in the news. All right, okay. These narratives are just so overblown. Let's see what else we got here. We need some real news. Let's take a look over at. Let's look at the headlines real quick. Make sure there's nothing breaking we might have missed. Cracker Barrel, Bill Pulte slams Fed Powell, Powerball jackpot soars, U.S. stocks, Dow Jones, damn. Everything's down about a point on average between the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and the S&P 500. Let's see where Bitcoin's at right now, real quick. Bitcoin holding at 111. Look at that. We got a rally back to 111. Boom. So, again, everything running into. Let's see, take a look at gold, silver as well. As everything is looking like fierce overtaking the market. Look at this, gold running right back up to 3,500. Silver going to 40 and a half, near its all-time high. Just shy of $41. $40.85 for an ounce of silver. Okay, let's get back into the news. Not a bad morning for Bitcoin, though, on the backs of total fear and uncertainty and chaos. Let's go. How you guys feeling in the chat? Let's get back with you guys before we get back into the news. All right, let's go back in there. Okay. Just wondering what your opinion is on Quant. I did give you my opinion, yes. Okay, happy Tuesday, Monday. That's right. False move. Tuesday. Yeah, it's a weird day. Liquidity is definitely here, though. It is a Tuesday. I do like Tuesday tradings. Wednesday's even better. September is here in no moon. Yeah, no moon. And you guys notice the moon right now is it's half. It's like half or partial. Last night, just upper atmosphere. It says Jake the Snake. They shut off the moon again. Damn it! Every time I look for that moon, they turn off that light. In the flat world we live in. Oh my god. Yes. OG Bobbin says, yes, long time no see. Bobbin, how you doing, man? Did you go on a Labor Day trip? I did. I still try to keep up with you guys on my trip, but I went on a road trip, met up with some family, and I got a new sweet guitar. Yes, I did. New to me anyway. One I've been looking for like 10 years. No shortage on poverty, says Cliff. Yes, no shortage on poverty. But when
will then be now? Soon.
You guys know the answer. It's always soon. All right, let's see what we got over here on BitcoinNews.com. Is Goo Cool an XRP killer? Oh my God. What in the hell is this? Critics question the Google's centralized blockchain. What in the world is this? Goo Cool, G Cool, GCUL, an XRP killer? Question mark. While some had dubbed the Google Cloud Universal Ledger, really, an XRP killer, critics remain skeptical, arguing the centralized control by Google runs counter to the core principles of decentralization. I would argue so does XRP. They both do. They both do. Highly centralized. Highly. I mean, Google searches are enough to call it quits there when it comes to decentralization. Silly nonsense. The recently launched Google Cloud Universal Ledger. I did not even know this happened. When did this happen? Today? Yesterday? A private and permission blockchain is being positioned as a secure platform for managing a full cycle of digital assets built on a partnership model. GCUL is designed to complement the existing business frameworks rather than to compete with them. Targeted at financial institutions, the platform promises significant benefits for both service providers and their clients. I guess this is how we're going to get paid on Google now. Damn it, guys. YouTube is going to suck. Oh my God. I was hoping for Zbeck. I was hoping Zbeck would get payments. We're going to get paid by the minute, by the second. Nope. We're going to get paid by some financial ledger on Google Cloud Services. Cool. Great. Wonderful. Future of YouTube looks bright, guys. If you can't feel the sarcasm that's coming out of my mouth. Although some dubbed GCUL and XRP killer as they debut has left parts of the industry skeptical, critics argue that no matter how large or well-resourced a platform may be, it cannot be considered fully decentralized if it is owned or controlled by a single entity. 100% there as well. This is why I still feel like the Ethereum Foundation is still not as decentralized as they are even calling it. The only true decentralized protocol we have is, of course, Bitcoin. That's it, guys. That's it. Not controlled by any central entity. Anyway, others, or you could say maybe Doge now, right? Yeah, Doge. Others, however, see Google's technical expertise and financial strength as key advantages. They suggest that rather than building a blockchain from scratch, niche-focused projects may find it more efficient to launch GCUL. The view is echoed by Luigi D'Iorio, a chief strategy officer at Ava Labs, who anticipates that well-funded crypto-forward enterprises will increasingly opt to deploy their own Layer 1 chains. This looks like Mag 7 entering our space in a huge way and basically creating the Mag 7 on the blockchain. This is ridiculous. As the market matures, demand increases. Most companies will not be willing to build a chain from scratch, will instead opt to stacks such as an Avalanche, which allows them to build or launch their L1 in minutes. DeMio explains. The perspective is challenged by those who reject the notion of permission systems by qualifying as blockchains. Jan Regis Dianas, head of core engineering at Nomadic Labs, argues that the Google may succeed in attracting partners to GCUL. Its lack of decentralization means that it functions more than like a database than a blockchain. It's kind of starting to sound like Filecoin, the way they're describing it. What the hell? They freaking ad blast me and then I close it. What the hell? All right, where was I? Is GCUL credibly neutral? At its launch, GCUL was reportedly described by one of Google's executives as a credibly neutral platform, a claim that sparked debate. As written in the comments on Bitcoin.com News, this is where we're covering it right now, Bar Geffen called Widman's neutrally claim intriguing, but questioned its feasibility. He noted that it's a system where Google controls more of the node of participation and potentially data flows. True neutrality is difficult to achieve. Even if Google pursues impartially through audits and standards, Bar Geffen warns that the corporate interests could still influence decisions. Centralized control, he adds, could result in unilateral downtime or chain rollbacks. One of GCUL's key selling points is the potential of the address fragmentation that plagues digital finance, yet critics argue that it may instead deepen fragmentation by creating a closed ecosystem limited to Google's partners. Regis and DNS sees this as an extension of Google's long-standing strategy of building walled gardens. Weird. The real promise of blockchains is composability and interoperability. Every new walled garden pushes us further from that goal. Okay, I understand and agree with him there, as he contends. Bar Geffens agrees, suggesting the closed ecosystem around GCUL is likely the outcome given its permission structure and Google's high history in tech. The fragmentation undermines Web3's core objective of global interoperability, whereas assets and data flow seamlessly across chains without gatekeepers. Though these plans to connect the broader Web3 ecosystem for liquidity, he adds. Oh my God, I did not know this was going to happen. This was a thing, guys. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap and see more about this project, see what's going into it. Alright, right now, guys, we are getting a little bit of resurgence. We're back to 3.83 in total coin market cap. Right, so looking pretty good. We're coming up a little bit here from a low last night of 3.78. So not too bad of a day so far, recovery day for Bitcoin and crypto assets. Let's take a look at GCUL. We're going down in fear, though. Seeing it, crypto market caps. Index sitting at 39. We'll take a look at this real quick while we're waiting for that to load. I'm bouncing all over the place tonight. Today, I'm still sitting at neutral according to CoinTree. Okay, I feel it. It's fine. All right, GCUL over at CoinMarketCap. This coin launched, but it's not really on any major exchanges yet. It's probably only on like MEXC or something. Universal Ledger. Yeah, I don't know what's. Let's look at CoinGecko. Don't think we have any big launches for this coin yet. GCUL. Okay, that's on Solana. I don't think that's the one. But, yeah, maybe it is. Oh, that's Pump. That's Pump. Yeah, it's Pump.fun. That's definitely not it. Yeah, it's probably not available for trading just yet. Yeah, it's probably just early investors only. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching that one closely. Oh man, that's scary stuff, man. God. All right, let me know in the chat how you guys feel about all this nonsense. The Doom Tube says Jake the Snake. Yes, let's go, guys. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe yet, don't forget to hit that. I gotta chill harder, according to Jake the Snake. Every time I see the lizard man, I know, I must do it. All right. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. We get those likes up, man. We're doing pretty good today. All right, let's get back into it. 10:30 now. So we're gonna do one more run over in the Talking Heads and see more headlines, and probably call it for today. Gotta get some stuff done. Hopefully you guys are gonna get some taking care of business, man. Hopefully you're taking care of business. All right, nothing on the headlines really sparks my interest to really dive into at Bitcoin.com. Let's do another run through, see if the Talking Heads are talking about anything breaking.
Emerging markets that are teams who are spend day in.
Still talking about, of course, the global bond yields rise. What are we talking about here on CNBC? Catching them on our news updates.
Thousands of military troops to Los Angeles in June. He said the president effectively turned 4,000 National Guard and 700 active duty Marines into a national police force.
All right, they're still talking about the martial laws. Okay. What else we got here in Fox Business? Just missed the... I can't go back either, can I? No, I can't. This is all live only. Guys, if you want to catch some of this news for free, don't pay for something, get it for free. You can catch all of these news outlets for free over at newslive.com. They have everything from CNBC, MSNBC, Fox News, CNBC, of course, all the stuff that we cover in the morning. And yeah, you get it for free, guys. I don't pay for this crap. Neither should you. Yes. Cliff coming in with a $10 super chat. My man. And the Bring It On Flames. Let's go.
Money now. Me, money needing a lot now.
Bringing on the chaos, as always, Cliff. Thank you, my man. Thank you. I'll give that fire back to Elmo. He deserves it. He brought us a lot of chaos over the weekend. All right. Okay, let's see what else we got. Everyone's on break. Let's give Daily Coin. Let's take a look at Daily Coin or Daily Hodl. Daily Hodl. Oh god. Here are the price targets for gold, silver, and precious metals breakout according to Veteran Trader. Yes, we have new price targets. Okay, $45 for silver, maybe $50 by the end of the month. And if I were a betting man, what else? 37.5 on gold. 3,750. What is the previous high on gold? What's the previous high on gold? Bitcoin's still rallying to 112. We're at 111.5, 111.6 right now. Let me look at gold real quick. Where's gold? Where's gold? There's gold. 3,500. Previous all-time high was 35.18. 30. Okay, so maybe 37's in the cards. It's a little bit high though, but let's see what they're calling for. I'm curious. I just want to dive in here real quick and see if I'm even close to these expert traders. I'm definitely not a gold investor. Time silver is trading at $41.24 per ounce. This just came out, and damn, it must have just rallied even higher since the last time we looked at gold. I mean silver. Last time we looked at silver, the high was 40.8, 40.9. Silver right now. Yeah, it's still 40. I'm not sure where they're looking at. Some different index or something I'm not familiar with. All right. Yeah, they say that gold could rally to 4,000 an ounce, and silver could rally to didn't say $50 level. Yeah, so maybe eventually $75 per ounce, and these are looking at targets by the end of the year, probably looking at the end of the year. So yeah, looking pretty good, guys. Looking pretty good on those assets. If you guys hold any gold or silver or Bitcoin, remember, Bitcoin always follows gold. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Anything else? 260. I think we already read most of this stuff this morning. Let's take a look at somewhere else. Let's take a look at cryptonews.com. Yeah, let's take a look here. Damn, we already went here too. Andrew Tate gets liquidated for $67,000 on World Liberty Financial. Immediately bets again with a long position. Oh my God! What? Oh my God! we just covered Andrew Tate and his reaction to what was it? I already forgot why we even talked about him yesterday. Love him or hate him. Damn it! I forget what the hell it was. Let me jump over there real quick. Refresh my memory. We talked about him last night. We covered him because he popped up on my feed last night on X. Where's the boy? Where's the man? The man. Tate. Come on. Where's the Andrew Tate? It's not letting me search. Okay, there we go. Tate. He's not that far away. Come on. Really? Really? The feed won't let me search. Okay. It won't let me search my feed. Gosh, I know I covered him last night. We had a lot of bullish news from the weekend. Again, guys, I'm not the only one apparently not doing this. Anime memes for Bitcoin and crypto assets. Yes, Meta Planet's doing the same thing I've been doing on the channel for 2 years. Let's go. Very bullish, guys. And they're very happy and excited about their new and improved Bitcoin hotel coming soon. Coming soon. That's been their plan now for like a year or two. Okay, what else? Where is it? Where's Andrew Tate? Where's Andrew Tate? Right. BlackRock. Yeah, BlackRock said the quiet thing out loud. I didn't even talk about that last night. If every millionaire in the U.S. asked for their financial advisor to get one Bitcoin, they wouldn't be enough to do it, of course. Of course, there it is. Andrew Tate saying this on social yesterday or over the weekend. Anyone who sells Bitcoin or even trades it to make a few dollars is a moron. Take it to someone who speaks those behind the curtain. The system is about to blow. Bitcoin to $1 million. The force stablecoins to buy U.S. bonds and is the only way out. Bitcoin saves the dollar, according to Andrew Tate. Love him or hate him. I agree with him on this, actually. I do think that, this is, the stablecoins are a Trojan horse, essentially a Trojan horse for the U.S. dollar. And eventually, it's going to get everyone more eyes on the dollar as it's, moves into demise. All right. Let's get back in the chat real quick. Andrew Tate gets liquidated for 67,000. That's chump change for that man, I think, though. He's a billionaire, I believe. Okay, let's see. Yes, Cliff says, do we really need crazy stuff to play out before the moon? I don't know. I mean, we need these narratives. We definitely need some of these narratives to knock off some of these narratives to really moon, I feel. Or we could get a really big, I mean, again, it's not going to be for altcoins, but for Bitcoin to move, we could really see Bitcoin moving on extreme fear. Yes, Doom. I love it. I love the Doom, guys. I live in the Doom. Thanks again, Cliff, for your contribution to the chaos today. Thanks again. Coming in number 2, number 1 right now. Yeah, 650 top fans on today's live stream this morning. Cliff coming in number 1, 650 XP. Ramona coming in with number 2 at 250 XP. And we got A Guy, my man, on tied with Jake the Snake and Gamma Goddess for numero 3. Thanks again, guys, for supporting the channel. I love you, man. And that Andrew Tate guy is making some interesting choices. He is. What the hell? Again, love him or hate him. Yeah, he's doing some weird shit. Can Bitcoin make it to 112 today? I think it can. And with this already breaking out, I think it can. Let's take a look at Bitcoin right now, sitting at 111.4. Let's take a look at the order books brought to you for free by Kim by the White Snowland on YouTube. Guys, don't pay for something you get for free. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Stupid.
Bitcoin having a little bit of a rebound right now, retesting 111.5, 111.4. If we can maintain 111 flat, that's going to be the next stop. Then we may still have another leg up to push us towards 112. Right now, the order books are showing us that we are smashing through most of the green above us, and there's a lot more green below us in the mid time frames. Let's take a look here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Let's zoom on in here. And yeah, you can see up here we're having more and more orders being placed around 130,000, 119.5, and where we are right now, right around 115, I believe that's the zone. 115, 116. I believe that's 115 right here. So 114.5, something like that, 115, and then we are off to the races back to 120. There's a more green highlighted below us, which is very bullish, showing us there's more people wanting to buy underneath $108,000 Bitcoin. That's, of course, the bottom we hit over the weekend. So 108 flat, 107.5, something like that, 107.9 is this big green zone here where they're going to try to buy up before we get a big push to the upside. If we do get a massive drop to the downside with some crazy news, this is going to get bought up really quick, and we're probably going to shoot up towards 120,000. So watch out for those moves as they are planning out today or into tomorrow, really. It's going to be more of a tomorrow narrative. We could see this early as tonight, again, 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. I could see some serious shit. We still have day trading happening in about an hour here in the United States. So yeah, we do have a lot coming in terms of trading sessions. So we have plenty of time still in the week. Wednesday, Thursday could be good days. Friday's going to be kind of lackluster, I think, unless the job reports comes in favor of the U.S. Stock market. We could see a rally on that as well at the end of the week. We'd have to have some delayed trading, maybe some more sideways action for that to really play out in a positive way. But either way, we're set up. And I've told you guys since last week, I said all we have to do is fall down. I wanted us to fall down. We were at 112, 113, something like that. We fell from 124, new all-time high. And all I was telling you guys was we need to come down before the market closes. The options expire on Bitcoin, and we did. And we held that really strong at 108, was the previous zone support. We stuck there forever. And as long as we held there, we were going to be fine moving into September. Because, again, oversold moving into a new month. Usually we get liquidated. We wreck it, the market, we reset, and then we pump. Us being oversold was the best option moving into September. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hopefully, it'll be a good month, though. We'll see. I'm just hoping to go sideways through September. I hate September. Yeah, and we'll see what we get. Okay, what else we have here in the chat? Gamma says, can Bitcoin make it to 112? Yes, I believe it can. 100%. A guy says as well. Whoa, I meant 112. Yes, 112 million. Insane. Yes, we know you, man. We know you, man. Where's the weirdos at? Andy, how's it going? Andy this morning is with us. How's it going, Andy? It's probably moving into the afternoon for you over there in Scotland. I don't even know if you live in Scotland anymore, but we love you, man. We love you. How you doing? Yeah, dusting off the old kilt this morning. Planting some of that fake grass. Oh, man, I gotta tease you. Making those good bucks over there, though. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got. Bitcoin coming up a little bit, trying to continue back into those near $112,000 levels. Let's see if we can bounce off of that. I'm going to do one more run through the news, guys, and then I got to head out. We're about 15 minutes away from 11. Yes. Hey, guys says, we're all here, Andy. Yes. Strong Scottish and beer. God. You wake up and you just have a big old tankard of beer. I don't know, man. I could never do that. I'm not much of a beer guy either. But even whiskey, I don't think I could drink whiskey in the morning. A mimosa sounds good, though. Okay, let's see what else we got going on the Talking Heads, guys. Let's jump back on over here. Right, Kraft Heinz split. Talking about that still. Kraft Heinz is split off with their ketchup and mustard and mac and cheese companies. Whatever. Okay. All the processed foods splitting up. Let's see. They might have something to do with maybe earnings and the food. The ingredients, right? The ingredients required now. They probably can't use too much yellow food dye in their mac and cheese and or the red food dye in their ketchup anymore. So they're probably starting to figure out ways to sell that off, maybe or split. That's probably why they're doing it. If I were to guess, a betting man and just guessing. All right, let's see. Was the CNBC? What are they talking about this morning?
If you can't catch fast money in real
nothing, they're on break. And Fox Business, come on, give me something. Nadler announces retirement.
The youngsters demand change, and they're getting it. That's my take. Top of the hour.
I'm out of coffee.
Our next guest
No.
is a Chicago restaurant owner. He's calling out the city's Democrat leaders for
Oh
not
God.
doing up
What the hell?
Owner, he's calling out the city's Democrat leaders.
Did everyone get out of the car and just leave it rolling?
That owner will be joining us after this.
What the hell? I think they did. Yeah. No, they didn't. Okay. Whatever. Weird. Lots of crime still in D.C. So there's still a reason for martial law there. Crypto assets right now, looking at the top 100. Looking green still on the day, 1.2% on average. Actually, yeah, 1%. Just that's on the hour. On the day. 1.5% now on average on the day. Almost a full point on the top 200. And also a full point almost on the top 300. Looking pretty good so far today. A little bit of a rally this morning. See if we can keep this going into the evening. World Financial still selling off. Only down 15% now from a 30% drop as of this morning. So it's climbing up a little bit, but still hanging around that 20-cent target. Again, guys, my what I was telling you guys last night is that we couldn't hit this. We couldn't return back to 25 cents. We were going to come back down and retest the next psychological low of 20 cents, and if not, land somewhere in between them. So again, the idea was that we were going to come back down here and maybe settle somewhere between 22 and 23, and that might be the price discovery. But with all the negative news on this coin, I would not be surprised either if we continue lower. A lot of people like Andrew Tate just put out another large long to try to do some revenge trading. So we'll see if that continues. All right, guys, so that's what's going on with World Liberty Financial this morning. Bitcoin's still hanging out here at 111.4, 111.5. Look and see if we can get some more time to roll on over, retest 111 flat, and pop back up there and retest 111.5 for another breakout. Looking something probably like this, right? Right around into daily trading sessions, maybe a breakout towards 11:30, 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock here in the States. Where's 1 p.m.? Over here. Damn, it's way over here. I'm on the 1 minute, 3 minute. That's okay. That's why. Yeah, somewhere over here. Maybe testing that $112,000 Bitcoin breakout around 1 p.m. That's my idea there. We'll see if we can get that rally continuing. We did get a good candle this morning. This was a nice 1 hour candle to the upside. 2, 3, almost 3%. So we still have a lot to go. I mean, we've seen larger candles. The larger candles are usually somewhere between 10 and 12 cents. So I mean, percent. So we could still move this up to the upside. It's already been overbought on the hour, but still could come back down, settle, and do another leg up. Maybe another 5% candle could take us to about 14.5. We'll see if we get something like that later today. That'd be fun too. But yeah, I think 112 is definitely going to happen today at some point, if not now, this evening. All right, so where are we at? A lot of fear in the market. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still sitting underneath silver. Let's see if I can find one more article, guys. One more article. Actually, let's doom scroll for a minute. Let's doom scroll for a minute and see if there's anything else out there. Again, unfiltered doom scrolling. Unfiltered doom scrolling. Oh, I got a message. All right, Grok predicts a $260,000 Bitcoin buy in November this year. This is the same. This is probably not even the same platform. I don't know. They were predicting. What was it? I got it on the chart. I think it was $400,000 Bitcoin by October 28th. No, this gamma got us 130. Grok 4.0. There it is. Grok 4.0 predicting a $400,000 Bitcoin by October of this year. That's Grok 4.0 heavy. It took 20 minutes to come to that conclusion too. It was a pretty extreme prediction coming out of Grok 4.0 heavy. I don't know what this model is using. It's very, very lackluster and in the deets. The devil's in the detail, guys. It's probably just Grok current version right now, native. ZBEC will be Azure's Evolve 2025 in Austin, Texas. And guys, again, I want to shout out to the chat. Rob was on the channel last night. Said he officially put in his order. He put in his reservation for Bitcoin 2025 or 2026 in Vegas. And I will be doing the same this week. Once I get paid today, tomorrow. I'm getting all. Yes, I got to get ready for a trip out to client. I got out to a client. Doing some work out there. My client, doing some work out there, and he's gonna pay me finally pay me. Okay, so anyway, we're excited to talk about the blockchains and stablecoin for a critical role. But I'm definitely going to be in Bitcoin Vegas 2026. I wanted to go this year, but the uncertainty around everything, I was in the middle of a move and everything. I couldn't go this year. Justin, former trade minister in Indonesia, said that Bitcoin is the future and is inevitable. Bitcoin is unique and true. What else we have here? Martini guy says U.S. ISM manufacturing data came in at 48.7%. Expectations is 48.5%. This is bullish, of course, for risk on assets. Just in, Russia and China signed a deal as a new gas pipeline. This came out 4 hours ago. Oof, America is not going to like that. This is probably why Scott Besson was on about 5 hours ago, talking about how he's going to retaliate with the USSR. And China relations. Semiconductor Sequins buys 34 additional Bitcoin, now holds 3,205. Again, more and more Bitcoin buying. MicroStrategy, of course, bought $444 million worth of Bitcoin. There they go. That's a lot of fours. God. What is that? How many Bitcoin is that? I don't know. I'm sure we'll get another response here. The strategy now meets all the criteria to hit the S&P 500, ruling on September 5th. Could make it the first Bitcoin-backed company in the index. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true. I think there's other companies that are Bitcoin-backed on. Oh, they're not in the S&P 500 though. No, not the. Coinbase is in the S&P 500, I believe now, and they have a Bitcoin treasury. They announced that they have one. I don't know, George. I can't give that one to you, George. I don't know, George. I think it's a little iffy there, whether or not that he'll be the first one now. He'll definitely be the largest one and the biggest Bitcoin proxy in the S&P 500. Yes. Justin Eric Trump says he's buying Bitcoin at 110,000 is a deal of a century. Again, it's 0.1 million of Bitcoin. Gold is up 70% since the start of 2024. Says Anthony Pompliano. What is this? It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. Yes, 100%, 100%. That's why you gotta.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Yes, feed the fire. Thank you, Sailor. Yes. What else we have here? Strategy acquires another 4,048 Bitcoin to achieve a Bitcoin yield of 25.7%. Crazy amount of Bitcoin buying, guys. He has already bought more than we're going to produce this entire year. He already bought that amount back in June or July. I think it was July. He exceeded that. So he's already bought more than the halving of the Bitcoin rewards, the miner rewards this year, the one company alone, and basically, essentially creating a synthetic halving, a halving inside the halving. I think we are pretty much now 2 halvings inside of the halving, maybe 3, with the likes of Bitcoin, BlackRock's IBIT, Bitcoin ETF, and Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Sorry, I need more coffee. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin Treasury Fund, right? Okay, saving US dollar versus Bitcoin. After 400 weeks of $50 DCA, you now have $20,000 of you saved in dollars. 11 ounces of gold worth 38,000 now have you saved in gold. Or 1.37 Bitcoin worth 148,000 had you saved in Bitcoin. Of course, you know who wins. Pretty obvious there. Okay, breaking. President Donald Trump is making an announcement from the Oval Office at 2 p.m. today. I believe this is going to be on the... We talked about this last night. It's probably going to be about the deadline on Russia and their freedom deal. So let's look out for that this afternoon as well. And it's likely going to be some volatility around this time. That's going to happen in about 4 hours? 5 hours from now. Yes, I think the Eastern Standard Time, West Central. Yeah, about 5 hours. So we got some time on that, man. I'm going to be in a meeting by then. Damn it! I'm going to come out of that meeting and the whole market's going to go to shit. Oh, jeez. All right. That's all I got for you guys today. Doom scrolling, doom spending, and markets pumping into real value assets, right? Assets of real utility. It's not a bad day, though. Not a bad day for the first trading session of September. All in all of our assets in the top 100 are up about an average of 1%, 0.5% in the top 200. And 300, you guys get the idea. Not a bad day. A little bit of sideways, slightly up on all of our things today. Let me catch up the chat one more time before we head out. Let's see what we got. Grand Rising Andy. Yes, Grand Rising Andy. Cliff says, doesn't EU already have foods without chemicals, waste, or reuse? That only getting attention for action in the U.S. Yes, EU doesn't have as much. They still have their fair share, though, but definitely nowhere near the American processed food market. Same thing with Canada as well. They have their share as well, but they don't have as much. I mean, guys, in France, they have like 3 ingredients for their freaking bread. We have like 24. I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything, right there it is. Bobbin says, a lot of Bitcoin. 444 million. That's a lot of Bitcoin. Of course, that puts them above. I think that puts them above 650,000 Bitcoin for their treasury. Yes, and MicroStrategy. Deal of the century. Yes, I think of XCD as thus price is the deal of the century. You got to think of a lot of these, maxis, man. You compare it to everything else. Bitcoin is still the only decentralized, truly decentralized play of real value. Network of real value, largest network in the world, and also the most secure when you compare it to all the shitcoins out there. That's, of course, the mind of a maxi. All right, yes, XCN, it says Bobbin, yes, XCN, XCD. Sounds like a drug. I gotta get some of that XCD, man. Gotta get some of that XCD. Oh, God. Oh, man. Otaku in a meeting. Green candles karma. Yeah, every time I go, that's one of the things you guys always say to me in the chat. Every time I go to a meeting or I step out and go to an appointment, right? When I remember those weeks I had all the medical appointments. No more for the rest of the year. I got a clean bill of health. But yes, it would always pump every time I step away. It's probably likely to happen today at 2 as well if we continue that trend. XCN is such a good stable coin, says Jake. It has been. It has been since February, March. It's been pretty good stablecoin. Yeah, yes, 100% Jake. Again, Jake, you remind me every time I see you to shill harder. That's right. The king of Ohio demands it. I shill harder, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe on the way out. We are so close to that 1,000. I can taste it, and we've even put it on the board. Prove me wrong, guys. Prove me wrong that we're not going to get. Where is it? We're not going to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the month. Closest without going over by the end of the month. All the wrenches, guys. Yes, all the wrenches in the chat. Thank you. Milk Money is here with the flames. The flames and the wrenches. Before we head out for the day. Yes, yes, let's go. Thank you, my man. I appreciate the chaos coming out of Milk Money today. All right, guys. We're going to call it. It is 11 o'clock now. We went a little into overtime. It's a fun day, though. It's a good day so far. Watch out for all the headwinds we have coming up. By the end of the week, we have jobs reports coming in on Friday. We have, of course, Trump speaking at 2 p.m. We have Lisa Cook still cooked, right? Maybe not. Well, we have, of course, wait for that ruling. We have lawmakers back in office, and yeah, we have the tariffs possibly illegal, pushing that back maybe. There's like a 30% chance that's probably going to happen, though. Anyway, so that's all the headwinds we have coming up. Guys, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid like Andrew Tate betting a $67,000 leverage bet on a long position for on Trump's Liberty financial token. And again, another round of longs possibly getting wrecked for him coming as well. Don't do anything stupid, guys. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. I'll catch you later on tonight when the foreign markets open at 8 p.m. And right at the end of the gate, boom! Ramona coming in with a $5 super chat. Boom! Oh no. Ramona suggesting that maybe I should hide for a week so the market would pump and party without me. I mean, if it happens again today at 2 p.m. and I'm in a meeting and I step out of that meeting, maybe there is some truth to this. That's crazy, guys. Have a great night, guys. I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the market open live. I'm liking to see things get some more volatility tonight at 9 p.m., especially if we have a solid, good day in the markets in America. All right, guys, have a good one. I will see you tonight. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more songs and let me bottle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I'm on board. Hollywood shop in a door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Gamma got us saying peace, fam. Have a great day. See you all tonight. Yes, yes. And don't forget, guys, get your wrench. Before we hit 1,000 subs, we're giving away wrenches. Yes, so don't forget to let me know in the chat that you are here and present and you do not have a wrench yet. You're going to get a wrench. You get a wrench, I get a wrench, we all get wrenches. Everyone gets a wrench before the bull run. Before we hit 1,000 subs. I think we're going to hit 1,000 subs as soon as the bull run begins. And also, too, yeah, together, wrenches, strong. I'll catch you guys tonight. Have a good one. Later.